Hey everyone, welcome to my session. We are at the list operations. Let me. So we are at the list operations. So yesterday, and this is the page we're gonna practice right now. And the list operations are it'll be with the list of elements and it how to navigate those things. We'll do step by step. So let's continue. So there is a list here, and it is defined 1 to 5 numbers, and I'll just print my numbers. So let's start with that, and you see. So this is our pie chart window. So okay, let's print like this. I mean, I did 4 here, and I'm trying to print that same, and it is coming as it is, even though it has a value like that. And let me remove this, and if there is any change comes, let's continue. Let's check that. So yeah, there is an 4 is not defined, so this is not a defined item. So it maybe it considers as some unknown foreign value, so we're not sure what exactly it continue. Um, it treats. So let me. Yeah. Next thing is the index. How to access the index? So with square brackets, you can access the window. You can access the index. So I just want to print on those lines. Like I'll get that my numbers. I think my numbers of. I'll just print one element here, which is so in that I wanna print that print any other number other than that issued value, and let's see whether the definition will happen or not. I mean, whether it will have any issue, because 1 2 3 elements are good and the 5 element is also good. I'll try to access the index 1 0 1 2 second index. So let's try to print that. I'm not sure whether it will consider. No, it is not considering. Like for example, if that is the same thing, if I do 4 here, and I think it may consider, and it will print the 3 which is there. 3 is at the second index. Okay, the index way we need to we can able to print those values. Like if you want to specify any description here, um, that description also we can specify, and we can able to mm, print those details here. Apart from that, um, iterating the list using for loop. Yeah, each element, if you wanna access something, you can do for loop. At the same numbers I'm gonna print in the for loop perspective. So I'll just comment this. I just comment this for. I'll say for ELM means element. ELM in list, my list, which is my numbers. Okay, my numbers, and in that indentation you need to give and print. It is giving already. Let's go back to this and try to. Let's remove that indentation, which is not needed. So let's go back here, press enter. I'll just do tab, and it is printing the elements. Let's see what it will print. I mean, I'll try to execute this. It'll print one after the other value in this way. Okay, so that is the printing, and of course you can do multiplication as well. And I want to do star 2. I want to multiply them by 2, and I'll execute the same. See, it is just multiplying. Whatever the operation you want to perform on top of it, I mean, you can able to perform that. So, and there is some other code you want to write, and in that, and see, like for example, here total equals total plus x, like whatever the element it is getting from here, and you want to add the corresponding some of the entire list you wanna calculate. So in those cases we can use that. And next, control structures in Python need to have a tab identification to represent a block. So here, the control will Python will work on indentation basis. So the indentation, whatever considered for loop here is will be with this particular indentation I'm showing right now here, right? So based on that indentation only it will work. So Python works in that way. So you can just go ahead and do yeah. So if the control, since you are entered this print is at the next line, so if you consider all of those items, like example, let me copy paste this, and I'll try to execute that and we'll see. So the numbers is defined, and I'm gonna paste this here. And if I wanna do the totals, like what after the okay, so here the total is in the loop. It's not outside of the loop. Here you print it is outside of the loop. That's why it is not considering at all. So what I can do, I'll do indentation like this. I wanna see that whether there is another line came in between. Of course, it is commented. I think in this case it will print because no total. Total not defined. Total is not defined. Okay, let's see. I think total, if I define here before the list, total equals to 0 defined, I think here. Yeah, total equals to 0. That definition is not there. The variable declaration, it seems. So that is not there. So to correct that, yeah, I can able to print that. But if you want, but total here it is defined. Okay, the control is working in such a way, the control value like a corresponding total is defined. For example, if I define this inside the loop, you won't get this output. So this is 5, total is 5 it is getting. So why it is getting 5? Hmm, hmm, I'm just trying to understand where is the gap in this. So sum of list is 5. Why it is 5? I'll try to re-execute this again. Let's see. Still 5. I don't know why it came as 5. For example, after this total equals 0. So let try to execute this here. Still 5. How total is getting that value? Let's see. uh, temp temp. So let's see. Temp is not identified, still it is printing. So till what level it is executing is the question for me. So it is not going to execute this because of, I think, okay, this is the gap it seems. Temp is not defined here. So total. Now let's try the total here. So let's comment this. Yeah, so print should not end with anything. Let's try here, and still it is giving the value as 5. So how come the total is getting 5 here? mm, Sum of list. Let's define out here, and let's uncomment this, uncomment that, and now try to execute. The total should be 15. Total plus the multiplication will happen. Let me remove this multiplication and I'll see now. Total equals to total plus x. 0 equals to 0 plus total equals to 0 plus x. 0 plus x. Total is defined as 0, and that is considering as a value of 1. Once the loop start with 2, okay, I'm printing that. I need to print the total. Okay, let me print the total inside. Yeah, so 5 1. So it is keep going. The last as instantiation is 15, so that's why it is printing like that. So yeah, that's good. So out of, if I don't define anything here, control X. So if I do like this, the initialization every time will be 0, so it will be printing as it is. So that's why we are not doing that. So we are keeping outside of it, and we're keeping the value as it is, and the corresponding total it is printing after the loop. Inside the loop means every time it will print the same value again and again. So that's what we are not doing. The sum of the things we are printing here. So the control moves step by step in a way. So that thing we just now experienced. List is mutable, so you cannot able to modify any specific index. So that we know already. It's mutable. Adding elements to the end of the list. Inserting an element at this. Okay, let's try this. I feel like we can do that. Appending can be possible. Let's try that. My numbers, new numbers. Okay, let's do this. My numbers we already have, and let's try to do new numbers. Let's try to copy till here. Slicing. Okay, so now we have this my numbers and the corresponding new numbers and all values. So both are together. I think mm, it should not add 1 2 3 4 5 6 elements are there. 1 2 3 4 5 elements as there are there. I think up to till here it will just print those information. So together. So it created another list. All values of lists is 1 2 3 4 5 10 50, and it created. So combine, you can combine the two lists together. And for example, if there is any duplicates, like let me do one thing here. 40, I'll do 50, I'll add here, and I'll try to run the same. So that is the case. Yeah, it can be duplicated. So this is good. So we have nice, and next we'll print the next thing. So number three, mutable means we can add anything at a specific point of time. So pardon my mistake in the few minutes ago. So new numbers at specific location. Okay, so that is added. That can be added. New numbers like third location. It's added 300 initials. Before to that, it was 100. Okay, and append at the end. Okay, since it is mutable, you can do anything. And there is, okay, the removal of that particular element is, so each element can be removed. That is also possible. So yeah, this is a good practice. So next, navigation. The main motive for this particular lesson is to 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 navigate in the list. So that is reverse of the list. I think index specified way mm, we can do that. Mm, for example, print the reverse of the list. I'll try first, but let's complete this, and after that we'll try. Until here we have done, and of course slicing. The mutable check we did just now, adding element at the end and in the middle and removing something, removing at a specific index based removal. Okay, this one we'll try. So till here we tried, and this one we'll try. Let's try out this. So numbers, new numbers are there. So if that is the case, the pending item. Okay, sorted. The sorting we need to check sorted new numbers, sorted list. So let's execute this, and I think hundreds is missing here. Let's see. So first what we did is print 2 to 5. 2 to 5 is a slicing. 2 to 5 in from new numbers. 2 0 1 2 to 5 3 4 5 means 40 to 80. The fifth location is that only till that level it is printing, like 0 1 2 3 4. Second position is that index, and below the fifth index means 4. Till 4 means below, before that only it will stop. So next 2 to 5 is replaced with EBC, since it is a list and of course it's mutable, and we can do that. Next is print new numbers. 2 to 5 as a blank means that we are removing the numbers here, like we are removing till that level. 80 will be there, which is at the fifth location, and these 40 37 40 170 will be removed, that is there. And next length of the list. Okay. Sorted list, sorted new numbers, uh, after sorting new numbers, reverse sorting list. So okay, this is sorted list. We need to see, like 10 50 80. Of course those are already in sorted order, so we don't, we're not after sorting 10 50 80. Reverse sorted order is 80 for 80 50 10. That is the reverse sorted order. So what reverse sorted list is sorted reverse equals to true. So sorted uh, will have that option, so that we can, yeah, we can reverse that. So the reversing option is good, but print from the reverse. Hmm. So length of the list, I think we need to check. That is the important aspect. So let's see. uh, let's continue first. Actually the reverse of the string is reverse of the list is done, and after sorted 2 new numbers, sort, dot sort options, dot sort option, 10 50 80, that is perfectly fine. And now X list, creating a list from existing list is 10 50 80 and 100 okay, 50. So it can just combine those things, but how to access the element is the question here I have. So let's remove all this unnecessary stuff. So I'll remove that. I'll try to execute sorting. Of course, sorting also we experienced. Dot sort, sorted new number, sorted list we can directly give. That's we already did. And next, this one is new number sort. So new numbers dot sort. New numbers has some. Let's only execute this. So it executed the entire thing now. So sorted list 2, it is just number sorted. Like this also we can do, and sorted off also we can give. Now the combination of the list just given, and of course printing the X list and printing X list of 0. If I print the X list of 0, so it created the list with list, and X list is printed here. X list of 0 comma 2, 0 comma 1. So this is the total list, and in that specific element you wanna select, like for example this is the entire list. Okay, 0th index is, this is the list is the at the 0th index, and this is the list at the index 1, and this is the list at the index 2. In this case, the definition is like that: uh, print list 0 and print list 2. So the 0 is still this, and the other one is 1 to 5. So this is the second index, and this is at first index. So that will be done, and after that, if you want exclusive items in that, it means first list, first element. So first list is 0th index, and the second element is at index number 1. So that's what it is printed as 40. So yeah, this is the best way. So reverse, I think we are already know, like, I mean, how to print the reverse. I think in reverse order, if you wanna do any which way, so I'll try to explore that. Just give me a minute. Yeah, I'm back. So reverse printing is like, and you reverse the list and you navigate step by step. That's what the current what I have. But yeah, maybe in future I think we'll try to explore more about it. So I'll cancel this, and now let's go to the next learning aspect, which is sets. Let's go to sets. So let's go towards sets, and set is some little more. Some examples are there with the sets. Sets are unique list of elements, I believe, as per my knowledge I have. So yeah, unordered collection with no duplicate elements. So usually we'll convert them into sets, so it will become um, mm, deduplicated. So that's what the idea we'll use in Python programming most of the cases. So let's continue, like, some set of so and so list of items. So type of variables here, mangoes and all the other stuff it has given as an example, to print as a sets. And of course it will be, let's see some sets. So let's define everything. So till here, these are the main operations. So those operations, let's try to execute once, and let's try to explore a bit. So I'll see. I'll run it as of now, and now we'll observe step by step from it. Okay. So in this, what has given is, yeah, unordered. Of course, we didn't order them, and set a Python tutorial. Mhm. So in the A Python tutorial, what are all the different characters it has? It is created as a set. Set is with the flower brackets. Yes, it is with flower brackets, and the corresponding set has an element, the unique element set. If you can see here in this, whatever the unique elements, it is defined like that, and this that's what displayed here, and variable. Okay, to identify what type it is, the type of set will help you to, let's execute that. Here we'll execute instead of printing it. Type type of set name. What is the set name? Is sample set, sample underscore set. Okay, let's display here. I think it will just display that the same. I think you didn't assign. You cannot able to directly operate like this. So I think to, so now it will print. Okay, so class set. We can assign it to a variable, and if there's anything needed, what type of object it is, we can able to identify with this. And apple fruits, like for example, one example is given, which is, and of course, direct declaration of set here. Okay, that declaration is defined. Uh, Once it is defined, of course, I'm publishing the same, the printing the same. So those, that information is there. Next, operations is one of the line it is printed. List of operations. What are all the list of operations we have defined here? Just want to cross check. Okay, all berries there in fruits. Berries in fruits. Okay. Uh, Okay, so berries is one of the element you wanna check whether it is there or not. True or false is the notation will come out of it. So because it will verify, it will check that particular element available there or not. I mean, for example, if I do mango, mango here, it will give true for this particular item. So let's see. So this is the answer. If you can see, that is true. So it's searching for an element and get the information out of this, like to mango in fruits or not. So in, so in is an operator to check whether it is available, whether for its availability, and based on that, I think, yeah, for the conditionalizing, for any specific conditional condition, we can check the condition, and based on that, we apply the logic later. Next, some places and places two. Okay, the operations is place one. Uh, Place 1 comma place 1. What is this? Places 1. Okay, so I think places 1 is the entire list, so that is here defined. So that is the information it has printed to the console. Next, places 1 minus places 2 means whatever the common items that are there, we need to remove. So whatever there is from 1, and that will be removed from 2. And okay, for example, if you see here, Vegas, Washington, Pittsburgh, North Carolina, New York, and Paris, Tuscan, Nevada, North Carolina, New York. So in this case, like whatever the unique items, whatever the union items are there, so that will be, um, common items will be removed. Like for example, Vegas, Washington, Pittsburgh. You are just removing. It's just a elements from one that's not there in list 2. So this is different, like here what is there in list 2 and not there in list 1. So that's the way it is printed. Next to union operation. So if you do a pipe operation, whatever the all items are there in two different lists in a unique pattern, it will come. Of course these are unique unordered items, so to justify that, and of course the results will be the same. See, whatever the items are there from the both the lists together came as with the pipe operation. And operation is like intersection, only common, like North Carolina and New York is the common thing, so that's why those are visible here right now in this output. Next, list of places available only in either of the set. So, mhm. So if this applied, this operator like cap operator, I'll call it as cap operator. So pipe operator is for union, and operator is for intersection, cap operator is for the items for those from those two lists by removing the common items. Like for example, here North Carolina and New York is removed, rest of the items are identified here. Okay, so next is sort operation. Sorted off, you can say, like sort of so and so, whether it works or not, let's see. Sort of the list. For example, let's take one list. Let's take the places one only. Okay, places one. So control C. Let's try to print. It will print the sorted or not, let's see. It's not printing anything, so I need to give a print. So if I print, I think it will print the list. No, it is not printing. Sorted, it's not working or not finished up. Okay, I think I may need to add enter here because it is not considering at all. No, just blank. So sorted. Okay, now it is sorted. Sorted list is printed. Sorted list. If I do sorted means the output of the sorted items will be the list. So I'm yet to figure out the conversions between from set to list, list to set, all those other stuff. I'll do that later. And next important operations in the list, so in the set, is built-in set function. Some built-in functions. Okay. We can pass a list to the built-in set function. So let's execute from here to here and we'll see. So what I have done here is the set operations, Perl, Python, Java. These are the programs. These are the list of items I passed to the set, and once I passed it, okay. So set and list operations both together. List converted as set. Okay. So now the list is converted as set. Java. Okay, so the next cities. So cities converted as okay. Let's read out step by step. Let's read out step by step here. Print okay, from here the list items will be converted as set. Here if you can see the output is set. I mean, how to convert is set of. So combine the list and it will give the list and list. Next cities, like some set from a tuple, like one tuple, two different tuples are here, and that we need to combine them together as with multiple curved brackets, and the corresponding nested tuples. Set of nested tuples is defined like this. Okay, and and after that, is there any operations performed or not? We'll try to figure out later. And add, right? So add items. So it will add some specific item. You didn't specify the location here. It is added in a default position, I think, at the end, I believe. So let's see. So at the starting of, okay, cities added, even though the tuples are there for that particular new set, there is one item added at the first place. So if I remove on a specific, so it's a name based, I think the corresponding name based, if you give, it will just add and it will just remove. Frozen set cannot be changed, means you can just define the frozen set cannot be changed. So add one element. Let's see. Cities 1, if I try to execute this, it should create an error. See, frozen set. Since it is a frozen set, I cannot able to add it. So yeah, this is a very good learning as of now. Tuples and tuple with duplicate elements to the set function. Paris is multiple times here. Let's comment this and let's try to execute this again. The entire program I'll comment, and I'm running this, and by running this, I think last one is deduplicated here. Like if you see Lyon, London, Berlin, Paris is only once, and the Berlin. Okay, so even though the tuple given like that, if it once it is converted, then set off, it'll just deduplicate. So deduplication we learned in this, and navigate printing and navigating from the elements. I think for loop we'll try to use here this last example for this particular session. For city, in cities, okay, tab, uh, enter print city tab. Let's try to print it and we'll see if it is print on that. Yeah, it is printing. So navigation is also no reverse of this. I think the reverse operations we may work in the next session, but as of now, we are good with this learning. So let's continue in the next session. Thank you so much.